The Serenity Bay Club looked exactly as I remembered it. It had miles of beautiful private beach, elegant Mediterranean-style villas, and generations of wealthy families who treated the club like their second home. It had once been my family's favorite place. That changed 5 years ago when I chose a different life. As I pulled my Tesla Model 3 into the circular driveway, the valet looked at my car and frowned. "Ma'am," he said politely, "the service entrance is around the back." He was clearly expecting luxury cars like Bentleys and Rolls-Royces, not a simple Tesla. "I think there's been a misunderstanding," I began. Before I could finish, a familiar voice interrupted. "Oh my goodness, Claire. Is that really you?" I turned and saw my older sister Amanda walking down the marble steps. She wore an expensive designer dress and carried a martini even though it wasn't noon yet. She laughed loudly, trying to use the main entrance. "How adorable!" She pointed toward the back of the property. "The staff uses the service road behind her." Our mother stood on the terrace pretending she hadn't noticed me. "I'm surprised you even came," Amanda continued. "Didn't you give all this up to become— what was it again?" "An investment banker," I answered calmly as I stepped out of my car. "Oh yes," she said with a smile. "At that tiny investment firm. It must be difficult living like ordinary people." The valet looked uncomfortable through the large windows of the clubhouse. I noticed several members watching us with growing curiosity. My mother finally walked over and kissed my cheek. "You should have called first, dear," she said politely. "The club has rules about visitors." I checked the time on my watch. 11:58. "Perfect. I'm not here as a visitor," I replied. Just then a golf cart rushed toward us. Charles Wilson, the club security director, jumped out holding a thick folder. "Ms. Matthews," he called, "I'm sorry for the confusion. Your ownership documents are ready for your final signature." Amanda froze. "Ownership documents?" Mother's smile disappeared. "What is he talking about?" I opened my calendar. "Right on schedule, Charles." He handed me the folder. "The board approved the sale last night." "Excellent." I calmly reviewed the papers. "And the staff?" "They'll all receive the announcement at exactly noon." Amanda laughed nervously. "This is ridiculous. Dad would never let this club be sold." I looked at her. "Dad hasn't been on the board for 3 years. Mother looked shocked. "How do you know that?" "The same way I knew the club was drowning in debt." I signed the final page. "The same way I knew many founding members had quietly sold their shares because they desperately needed money." Inside the clubhouse, employees began checking their phones as the official announcement arrived. Some looked surprised. Others smiled with relief. Amanda stared at me. "Who bought the club?" I smiled. "Meridian Capital Partners, your little investment company." "Yes, we specialize in buying luxury businesses that are in financial trouble." Mother slowly sat down on a nearby bench. "This can't be happening." "It already has." I handed the signed documents back to Charles. "Please tell every employee that their job is safe." He nodded. Double quotes. And I continued. "Everyone will receive salary increases." His eyes widened. "Especially the service staff who have spent years being treated badly." Amanda's face turned red. "You can't just come here and change everything." "Actually, I can." I removed another document from my briefcase. "As of 12 o'clock today, I own 82% of Serenity Bay Club." I paused. "That includes your family memberships." Mother whispered. "Our memberships?" "The ones Dad used as collateral for his last business loan." She closed her eyes. "You bought the loan." "I bought every one of his debts." The valet, who had quietly listened to everything, finally spoke. "Does this mean we're finally getting the raises we've been asking for?" I smiled warmly. "Yes." Thomas, his face lit up. "You'll also receive full health insurance, paid vacation, and education assistance." He looked overwhelmed. "My daughter was accepted to UCLA. Wonderful. Tell Human Resources I'll personally approve her scholarship." His eyes filled with tears. "Thank you." "Ma'am, the next hour was busy. I met with employees and explained the new rules. Everyone would be treated with respect. Every employee would receive proper benefits. No guest would be allowed to insult or mistreat staff anymore. Amanda and Mother watched silently as their worlds changed around them. More club members arrived after hearing the news. Some were confused, others were angry. As I walked through the dining room making notes on my tablet, Amanda stopped me. This dining room is only for members, not anymore. I replied, employees will also be welcome to eat here during their breaks. Mother looked horrified, but that's against tradition. Some traditions deserve to end. My tablet vibrated. The new membership committee is ready. A wealthy woman named Beatrice Wellington stepped forward. What membership committee? Every membership will now be reviewed. She frowned. Reviewed based on what? I smiled. Character. I looked at her file. You filed 27 complaints against employees. She looked offended. They deserved it. Actually, I replied. Most complaints were because staff made eye contact or didn't call you madam. Several members quietly looked away. I turned to Charles. Please make sure everyone receives the new membership rules. He nodded, especially the section explaining that discrimination or abuse of employees will lead to immediate suspension. Mother approached me quietly. Claire, surely we can work something out. I looked at her kindly. Dad is welcome to call my office, but first he should read the loan agreements he signed. Amanda looked completely defeated. You bought all of Dad's loans. Everyone. She slowly shook her head. You planned all of this. I prepared for it. At that moment, my tablet rang. I answered the video call in front of everyone. An elegant older woman appeared on the screen. Good afternoon, Miss Rothschild. Mother nearly lost her balance. Rothschild. I smiled. My primary investment partner. Miss Rothschild smiled warmly. I trust everything went smoothly. It did. Some former members are simply adjusting to reality. She laughed softly, just like Monaco. Amanda whispered. The Monaco Royal Club. Yes. I answered. We acquired that one, too. Everyone stood in complete silence. They finally understood that the small investment company they had mocked was actually one of the most successful firms in the world. Before ending the meeting, I addressed everyone one last time. This club will remain exclusive. I paused, but not because of wealth. It will be exclusive because of kindness, respect, and integrity. People who treat others well will always be welcome. Those who believe money makes them better than everyone else can find another club. Mother looked at me sadly. But this place has always been our life. I nodded. And that's exactly the problem. You confused privilege with achievement. I looked around the beautiful property one last time. The charity events will continue, but the money will finally help real charities. The tennis tournament will include employees and their families, and the private beach will finally be shared with the people who have spent years caring for it. As I walked toward my new office overlooking the ocean, I smiled at Amanda. Oh, one more thing. She looked up. Starting tomorrow, every member parks their own car. The valets deserve better things to do than serve oversized egos. Behind me, I heard shocked gasps. Outside, employees were already removing the old members. Only signs from the beach entrances. The waves rolled gently onto the shore as a new chapter began. Sometimes the best revenge isn't hurting the people who treated you badly. Sometimes it's creating a fairer world where everyone is treated with dignity and respect.